While walking along a beach, an elderly gentleman saw someone in the distance leaning down, picking up something and throwing it into the ocean. As he got closer, he noticed that the figure was that of a young man, picking up starfish one by one and tossing each one gently back into the ocean. He came closer and called out, "Good morning. May I ask what is that you're doing?" The young man paused, looked up and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean." The old man smiled and said, "I must ask, why are you throwing starfish into the ocean?" To this, the young man replied, "The sun is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them in, they'll die." Upon hearing this, the elderly responded, "But young man, do you not realize that there are miles and miles of beach and there are starfish all along every mile? You can't possibly make a difference." The young man listened politely, then he bent down, picked up another starfish, threw it back into the ocean past the breaking waves, and said, "It made a difference for that one." Isn't it a lovely story? Yes, this is the story of my guest, whose name is Mr. Brodi Nicholas. He is the founder and CEO of Campaign One at a Time, a non-profit charity organization helping children with life-changing ailments. Brodi started by just helping a next-door neighbor named Sam after she was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Since then, it has grown into a formal non-profit charity organization that helps children and families all over the US and in the Philippines, and also taking over the entire world one at a time. So welcome back to another episode of SYWK podcast, where no topic is off limits. In today's episode, I have a co-host who is Mr. Larry Wag, who was on my previous episode talking about how his daughter fought a rare eye cancer called retinoblastoma. If you haven't checked out that episode, please do. The link will be in the description. So now, my co-host, Mr. Larry, will be having a conversation with Mr. Brodi, and they will be discussing his non-profit charity organization called Campaign One at a Time. And if you wish, even you can help, contribute, or even become a member of this organization from any part of this world. So stay tuned to know everything from Mr. Brodi himself. Thanks, and now over to Mr. Larry Wag.
So we know everything about you, Brody, and like you mentioned, like your website mentions, that there was a kid who used to throw starfishes into the ocean, and we saw that starfish in our lives. Plus, we have also seen the boy who does that, and that is you, and that really reflects a lot in the kind of personality that you are. I also would like to know, where do you see Campaign One at a Time heading now? I mean, you have taken over a part of Philippines as well, and now that you are looking at the wider scope, so where do you see it heading?
Yeah, so for me, I just, my only goal, because my goal isn't to be the biggest, largest nonprofit ever. I want to just continue to make direct impact. So for us, even if it's scaling down a bit, and even just the kids here in the US, kids in Philippines, we talked about impacting kids in India. That's my vision, is continue territory after territory, being able to grow, create those spread good squad members, and creating those resources for those kids that don't have the voice or the opportunity that we have, right? As far as the scale of it, yeah, it's exciting to me, right? Every year we add a country, we add a city. But my whole thing is I want to be able to look at this in 20, 30, 40, 50 years and be known for, we have the same message and we have the same, what's the word? The same culture. Like we actually hang out with kids one-on-one. We keep in touch with them. It's not just a gift and good day. They know who we are. We know who they are. And it's going to get to a point where myself, you, whoever's on the Spread Good Squad, we can't meet every single child, but whoever interacts with one at a time or a Spread Good Squad member, it's going to be a great experience and it's going to be personal. And that's my vision for One at a Time, is for really nothing to change. It just multiplies.
Yes, so that is also one of the thing that we also want to happen, that we all be part of it together, but nothing really changes. Everything remains the same. So that as we grow, we are already bounded to whatever we have learned in the earlier stages, whatever we follow in our principles. So those should be our motto. I really want to congratulate you for your tireless efforts and how you are balancing everything along with your family and along with your mom, and then along with your personal life as well. And you've really shaped up a lot of things that we get to see from you. It really reflects with how the campaign also is doing. And now let me know, how do we join up with you? Like, what is it, what are the listeners going to learn from this? How are we going to make it to one at a time?
So how do we essentially bring one at a time to India?
Yes, no,
It's
and how do
really,
we connect to you? Yeah, that's something
yeah,
also I
yeah.
wanted.
Yeah. So for us, it really comes down to we just need to create programs out there, kind of like our
Yes.
Children in the Philippines program, our family enrichment program here in the U.S. We need to figure out what's the issue that we're trying to fulfill, right? So for us in
Yes.
India, is it providing meals for families? Is it creating care packages? Is it hosting virtual events? And whatever
Yes.
that is, it's really just putting together the budget and finding the sponsors that are willing to play a part in making that happen.
Yes.
As far as on an individual level, just connecting with us on our social media channels, reaching out to any of our team members, and just spreading good. Maybe we can't, launch an official project, but maybe a group of 5 friends can get together and get sacks of rice and a few toys, and we can create some labels and go deliver it to 5 kids in the hospital. That's
That's
five
true.
more
Yeah.
people that are touched just by through collaborative brainstorming. And I
Yes.
think that that's where a great start could be for the India project for sure.
I'm very sure because with Desmond, I did have a podcast recently with that I shared about Abigail, and I received a lot of support. I received a lot of help. I received a lot of comfort, basically. And this is something that really helps when you talk to people, when you put your message out there. Only then the people will realize that yes, this is something that we have to take in conscious, and we have to really take steps towards these things. So I think
Mhm.
really this motivates us. Your story, as I said before, is it does not need repetition at all. It is something that is very, very, very loud and clear, understood, that you started out. But I also admire one thing from you, Brody, that you did not let your passion go away. Although yes, I understand your passion is caring and spreading good, but your passion of music also did not fade away. And I really like that part, because you also established yourself alongside what you wanted to do. This is something I really admire in you, because I as well like to help a lot, but then my other passion is nursing, or it is caring for people. And I also try to stick to that more, because ultimately you need to have something of your own while
Mhm.
you're going through this. So I really like that, and really hoping forward that we have something coming up with us, and soon we could have campaign one at a time all over the world. So that leads me to another question. I just want to know a bit about Spread Good Squad, and tell us about it, and just tell us how can one bring change in the society.
Yeah, so the Spread Good Squad is an online series that we have, just a collective group of people that want to spread good. But the root of it is that was actually what we called our volunteers. Is like you're
Yes.
part of the Spread Good Squad. I started in music. That was kind of my start into my career path. I wanted to be a musician. That's what I did for a few years. That's how this charity started. I would sell the bracelets at my shows. And I would always tell myself, like, if I ever got to a place of, where I had a lot of followers, a lot of influence, I want to make giving cool. I want people to really love at a young age to go to the children's hospital and donate time, donate money, donate resources, whatever that may be. And so a few years ago, I don't know how it is in India. Do people use the word squad a
Yes.
lot? It's a thing,
The
especially
squad
if
is
you're
more
young.
more or less like a dancing squad, or a group
Exactly.
gathering, something. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you want to be part of that squad. It's the cool hip.
Yes.
You want to be the squad in the squad. And so that's when, I was like, okay, we're spreading good. And then I was like, oh, spread good squad. Why don't we start our own squad? But like our squad is about positivity and
Yes.
helping and providing resources. So that's how it all started. And now we've kind of just coined that and ran with it. And it's kind of become this international group of people, and anybody's welcome. Wherever you're from, you can spread good. And we want to hear your story.
Yeah, so that is something that I also want to promote, meaning that you don't have to be into something to be called that you are part of it. You can yourself be that. You can yourself do that in your society. You can make that change. You can be good to others, and that way you can also spread good in that way. And that is what I wanted to highlight in this podcast. That no matter where you come from or what your intentions are, you have to be always willing to give yourself out, and that is one of the key things that really defines a person. Thank you so much. Thank you for your
No,
time.
thank you, Larry. Thank you so much. And yeah, I appreciate this call because I know the schedule's been so crazy, but just seeing you face to face again, it gets me excited because I know there's potential here, but we just need to take those further steps. So, kind of like I mentioned when we were chatting, just like what is the need? What do we need? Let's put together a package. Let's see how much time can you really put into this. Same with our team to put into India, and then let's go find some sponsors. And until then, let's just put together micro events, right? Micro care packages,
Yes,
uh, Abigail's friends, whatever we can do to just spread a little good and capture those stories.
that's the ultimate goal that we need to plan for. I think that is wonderful and it is achievable, like you always said, and making a difference one at a time. And
Mhm.
that is what is going to be our key motto.
Awesome, Larry. Well, thank you for being such an inspiration. It's amazing. So happy to hear Abigail's doing so well and you're doing well and the whole family's thriving. So keep spreading good. And I look forward to chatting soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Brody, for your time.
Well, thank you, Mr. Brody and Larry, for helping and touching so many lives around the world. If anyone is willing to sponsor or help Mr. Brody, please get in touch with him and show them your support. I have mentioned the account details in my description. So, thank you guys for listening and see you next week.